Are you looking for the best desktops for streaming in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best desktops for streaming that are available on the market. If this video is helpful for you, please like, comment and press the subscribe and bell button. Okay, let's start the video. Starting at number 5, we have the SkyTech Blaze 2 Gaming Computer PC Desktop. The SkyTech Blaze 2 Gaming Computer PC Desktop is designed expressly for AMD fans. Relatively inexpensive, it manages to clock in well under $1,000 without compromising on performance by building the system around an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 CPU, which is roughly analogous to an Intel Core i5 CPU. It also has 16 GB RAM. That much RAM is unusual in a PC at this price point. In fact, most of the components seem to come from a more expensive computer. It also has a 500 GB SSD and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 GPU. The tower case is also surprisingly attractive. It has an all-glass front and side panel, giving you a great view of the RGB lighting on the case fans, 2 in front and 1 in back. The system has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and a good assortment of ports, but it's notably missing USB-C connectors both in front and in back. Designed as a gaming system, it has more than enough muscle for any streaming, recording and editing tasks, though for demanding jobs, you might consider upgrading the video card to a more advanced model, like the GeForce GTX 2070 or higher. Moving on at number 4, we have the HP Pavilion Gaming Desktop. A lot of desktop towers these days are pretty big, almost as if vendors think that there's value in sheer size. In reality, you don't need an enormous tower unless you plan to add a lot of expansion cards or storage drives. If you don't need to expand it a lot, you're probably better off with a more modestly sized tower like the HP Pavilion Gaming Desktop. This mid-sized tower looks sharp, has a slew of handy quick access ports and such up front, and good performance under the hood. The case looks genuinely unique, especially in a world of gamer aesthetic fishbowl-style towers with illuminated innards. The front gives you easy access to a pair of US ports, one USB-C, a 3-in-1 media card slot, and an audio jack. Unfortunately, that's a combination headset jack rather than separate headphone and microphone inputs. There's also a vertically mounted DVD-RW drive. Inside, you'll find an Intel Core i3-10100 processor, 8 GB RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Super GPU, beefy enough for streaming, gaming, and video editing, though you might find you need more muscle, in which case you can upgrade the graphics card to something like a GeForce 2080. As for storage, HP includes a 256 GB SSD, so it would probably be a great idea to add a 1 TB hard drive for data. There's also a ton of connectivity here, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, of course, along with VGA and HDMI, USB and Ethernet in back. At number 3, we have the SkyTech Archangel Gaming Computer PC. There's something magical about the $1,000 price point, and anytime a computer with solid specs can clock in under that value, it can feel like a win. The SkyTech Archangel Gaming Computer PC is just that sort of computer. It currently slides in right under $1,000, but thanks to its AMD architecture, it manages to still deliver on specs despite the price. It comes with a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU, which performs on par with the Intel Core i5. You also get 16 GB RAM, that's great for multitasking and video editing in particular, and a respectably large 500 GB SSD for storage. SkyTech also says that the system comes with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Super, with a caveat, and here's where I have some concerns with SkyTech. The company has a disclaimer that brand may vary. What that means is that you should get an equivalent to the GeForce GTX 1660 Super, but they can't tell you exactly what to expect in your computer until it arrives, because the specific components depend upon what's available in the supply chain when your PC is built. In the end, it probably doesn't matter a lot, but if you want to know exactly what your PC is going to be made of, you might want to look elsewhere, since SkyTech won't guarantee anything. The case features an all-glass side panel to expose the LED lighting within, and the system is chock full of USB ports, just no USB-C. That said, you do get Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Ethernet. At number 2, we have the Acer Aspire TC895 UA92 desktop. You don't have to spend a fortune on a PC for streaming. The Acer Aspire TC895 UA92 desktop doesn't come with a lot of bells and whistles, and visually, it's not the prettiest tower you're likely to encounter while computer shopping. But it has solid specs and a really low price tag. This desktop system is built around a 10th generation Intel Core i5-10400 CPU and has a weird, if generous, 12 GB of RAM. There's a spacious 512 GB DDS drive for storage, which means there's plenty of space for recording, editing, and archiving audio and video files. Perhaps the most interesting component here though is the 8x-DVD-RW drive. Even in desktop PCs, optical drives are becoming rare. The system has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, of course, along with 10 over 100 1000 gigabit Ethernet if you want to wire into your router directly. In general, it is a good idea to use wired internet while streaming, even if you do have very fast Wi-Fi. You get all the ports you might need, including USB-A and USB-C, SD card, and separate mic and headphone ports all up front. There are a lot more connections in the back. The main reason this system is priced so affordably is that it comes with barely any graphics at all. Just the Intel UHD Graphics 630 chipset on the motherboard. That's fine for audio streaming, but I'd recommending upgrading to a new GPU if you plan to do any video recording or streaming. But there's plenty of internal spacer to upgrade this system, which means you can get started with minimal investment and let the PC grow and evolve with you as your needs change. And finally at number 1, we have the CyberpowerPC Gamer Supreme SLC 8260A2. The most expensive desktop in this collection of streaming computers, the CyberpowerPC Gamer Supreme is a great example of why CyberPower is a go-to PC maker for many people. Yes, it's pricier than average, but it's also packed with stellar components and delivers superb performance for demanding tasks like streaming, gaming, and video editing. This tower brings a lot more than the minimum performance to the table. Powered by an Intel Core i9-9900 Kelvins and packed with 16 GB RAM, it is liquid-cooled via 120mm aluminum radiator and integrated pump with a copper radiator plate. The entire assembly is permanently sealed to avoid problems with leakage or evaporation. In addition, iBuyPower didn't pull punches when it comes to storage. It has a full 1TB SSD. Rounding out the key specs is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 Super GPU. Not only is that well in excess of what you need for video streaming duty, but that makes the PC ready for high-performance gaming and VR headsets. Of course, the system comes with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but you also get a good assortment of USB ports. Nonetheless, there's plenty of space inside for expansion, both slots and drive bays. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like the video. If the video is helpful for you, please like, comment and share to your friend. Then don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.